Hi everyone, my name is Unique. Welcome to the channel. If you're new here, then you should know that the content covered on this channel is financial literacy and Canadian immigration. If you feel as though this topic may be for you, please remember to comment, like, share, most importantly subscribe, and do not forget to hit that notification bell so you will be the first to know whenever there is a new video uploaded. If you are already an existing subscriber, then welcome back, guys. So today we are going to be talking about what I think you should know when it comes to the humanitarian and compassionate applications. Okay, so stay tuned and I'll see you guys in a bit. Hey guys, welcome back. As I stated before, today's content is going to be covering the things that I think you should know when it comes to a humanitarian and compassionate application, which I will be referencing a lot as a HNC application. Okay, so first thing you should know when it comes to an HNC application, you should know that this class was created, for those who fall outside of the normal temporary and permanent classes. You should also know that these applications are approved on an exceptional basis, as this class has one of the highest refusal rates when it comes to applications. Okay, so I'll be talking about some of the factors that should be considered by immigration officers when going through or when processing your application. Okay, so one of the first factors they look at is called establishment. So they are going to want to know, okay, has this person been working and been able to maintain a job, while they've been in Canada? Do these people have ties to their community? For example, are they involved, in their church? If so, you are going to want to have some supporting documentation to back up anything that you put in your agency application. So if you're saying that you've been able to maintain a stable job, you want to ensure that you have an employment letter, a job letter, or pay stubs, or a T4 or notice of assessment to show proof of those things. If you are part of a congregation, perhaps have the pastor of that congregation write a supporting letter on your behalf. If you are part of extracurricular activities within your community, whether it's at a community center and you're volunteering, perhaps have someone within that facility write you some sort of supporting letter, as supporting evidence to go with your application. Also, one of the reasons why they want to know if you've been financially able to maintain yourself while you've been here, because they're looking at, the fact that you are not on government assistance or welfare or social assistance, whatever it is that you want to call it. So those are just some of the things that they look at when it comes to establishment. So a second factor that they must consider is the best interest of the child or children. So when it comes to children, they're looking at all the children that is affected, by the situation, or that's going to be a part of the application. They're going to be looking at whether or not that child is a Canadian citizen. If that child is, you'll want to provide a photocopy of birth certificate, to support those claims of the child being a Canadian citizen. They're also looking at what ties that child has to his or her community. So is that child a part of extracurricular activities? If so, supporting documentation to show that. Is that child, a part of a church community? If so, a supporting letter from the pastor. Is that child enrolled in school? If so, supporting letters from that child's teacher. They're also looking at whether or not that child has other family relatives in Canada, that if that child is taken out of the country, what types of effects, will that have on that child. Another factor that they must consider is hardship. And what is meant by hardship is, what type of hardship will the applicant face if they are to be deported back to their country of origin? What are the general conditions like of that country of origin? For example, if the applicant is a female, then the officer may be looking at violence against women, family violence, rape, sex trade, if there has been documentation of family violence, that is something that you could put in your application as well, and you'll have to ensure that you have supporting documentation. So whether or not you have medical records from your country of origin where the family violence took place, or you have a police report of this, then those are good things to back up those claims. Some other things that they may look at where hardship is concerned is, whether or not the person suffered some form of trauma in that country of origin, and how will returning that person to the country of origin trigger that past trauma that they have. Another thing that they look at when they're considering hardship is, are there people that are financially dependent on the applicant, whether that person lives in Canada or that person lives overseas, and if so, you're going to want to provide supporting documentation to support those claims. So whether it be money transfer receipts, Western Union receipts, e-transfers, however it is that you're financially supporting whomever it is that you're claiming that you're supporting, you are going to want to submit supporting documentation to show that as well. Okay. They'll also be looking at whether or not the person is at risk of facing any discrimination. Will that person be able to sustain a job when and if they're returned to their country of origin? And if not, what type of hardship will that have on the applicant, especially if that applicant has small dependent children as well. There are also other scenarios in which you can submit an H&C application for example, those sponsors who are blocked from sponsorship. For example, a parent who failed to put down their children as their dependent on their initial application for permanent residency to Canada, and as a result, when they later tried to sponsor their dependent child, they were not able to because they found out that they failed to put that child down as a dependent on their initial application for permanent status to Canada. Okay, so this is a route that could be taken to address those issues. Another situation in which an H&C application can be submitted for is what is known as de facto family members. So these are family members who are not biological parents of the applicant. However, they do have a parent-like or parent/child-like relationship with the applicant. Okay, so these are just some scenarios in which you can submit an H&C application for. There are other scenarios in which a person can submit an H&C application. However, I won't get into what those are. There are also other factors that can be considered by an immigration officer as well when it comes to processing an application. However, those are the three most important factors that must be considered: establishment, best interest of the child or children, and hardship. Okay, and I've already gotten into details about what are some of the things that you're looking for under each of those categories. Okay, another thing that you should also know when it comes to having a strong H&C application is you want to make sure that you have all the supporting documentation to back up every single claim that you have within your application. So all supporting letters must be dated, must have the name of the person that wrote the letter, must have the signature of the person, as well as the address, contact information, phone number, email address, however that you can make contact with that person. Oftentimes it's good if you also have that letter notarized or commissioned. Other supporting documents that you could also submit to have a strong H&C application is medical records, psych evaluations, medical reports, police reports, anything to back up whatever claims that you have in your application makes a strong application. Okay, so I am going to do a screen share because I will be showing you guys how to get to the H&C application package. However, I will not be going through the package with you. I'll just be showing you how to access the application package. Okay, so stay tuned and I'll see you guys in a bit. Hey guys, so you're just going to be plugging in Immigration and Citizenship Canada into your Google browser and select the appropriate link. Once you get to their main website, this is what it will look like. From here, you're going to go to the search engine and you're going to type in Humanitarian and Compassionate Grounds. Mine is already calculated. Search. Okay, so when you type in Humanitarian and Compassionate Considerations, you're going to scroll down and we're going to select the first link right here. Once you select that link, we are going to scroll down again. And we are going to select application package. Okay, and scroll down, and here's where you'll find all the documents that make up the application package. And this is the generic application form. Everything else is just additional documentation that you'll need to complete if it applies to you. Okay, so generic application form, you guys should already know how to complete this. Once you click that, you're going to hit the download button and save it wherever you please on your desktop. Okay. Hey guys, welcome back. I really hope that you enjoyed the content for today. Please remember to comment, like, share, most importantly subscribe, and do not forget to hit that notification bell so you'll be the first to know whenever there is a new video uploaded. I will see you guys on the next video. Bye.